Hello, my name is Juhita and I'm going to be talking about my field trip to Washington State Legislative Building. So there we went to Washington's House of Representatives and the Senate, and we learned that the House of Representatives has 98 representatives, 2 for each district in Washington, which there are of 49. And in the Senate, we learned that there are only 49, and those are for each district. In the Senate, we actually saw everybody in action. They called out the representative names, and the representative either responded with an aye or a no. So an aye meant that they agreed and they favored in the vote, and no meant that they didn't agree and they didn't want the vote. After going to the House of Representatives and the Senate, we went downstairs to kind of like a common area. It had Washington's seal in the center, made out of, I think, bronze or copper. And we learned that the rarest material to make the building was gold. It took about 6 years to build the building, which was a long time. And the building looked like very grand, a normal building with like a humongous dome on top. It was so cool, and it was very big. Outside there were fountains and there was a monument. We also learned about what sort of cases go to the Supreme Court. So we learned that cases that were like super violent and like really harsh went to the Supreme Court, but silly cases didn't usually go. We got to meet our district's representatives. They asked us a lot of questions, and we asked them questions too. At one point, they asked us a question about how many people there were in Washington, and one classmate answered the question correctly, and they got a pen that the governor used to sign a bill, which had his signature on it, and it was really special. We also walked by the governor's building, and we went inside the secretary's room. We also learned how a bill passed into a law. So, for an example, we have a bill that, let's say we have a bill that says we get ice cream every Friday in schools. So let's say it started in the Senate. So if it starts in the Senate and at least 2/3 of the entire Senate has to vote to agree with it. After that, it gets sent to the House of Representatives, where the same process happens. So both they talk to companies and groups that will get affected by the bill, and then they finally get information and vote. If both vote 2/3 majority votes, then the bill passes into law.